The day I walked away from our family legacy. For 4 generations, the men in my family didn't get to choose their futures. We were expected to take over the family auto shop in Rust Belt, Ohio, no questions asked. My older brothers, they got out early. One joined the Navy, the other bolted to California. So by the time I was 18, the invisible chains were already locked tightly around my wrist. I actually had an acceptance letter to an architecture program in Chicago, hidden in my sock drawer. But then, Dad had a severe heart attack. The shop was going to go under. So, I folded up that letter and put on the greasy coveralls. I was 22, staring at a busted transmission when I realized I was dying inside. I spent my nights drawing building blueprints on the back of old invoice receipts. My girlfriend Emily saw them one day and secretly sent them to a mid-sized firm in the city. They offered me an apprenticeship, a real, tangible way out. I'll never forget the dinner where I told my parents. The clinking of silverware just stopped. Dad looked at me, his face turning rigid. "We built this town," he snarled. "If you abandon us for the city, never come back." I packed my bags that night. I drove to Chicago with $300 and a completely broken heart. For 4 years, absolute silence. I built a career. I married Emily. But the guilt? It was a heavy, cold stone in my chest. Then, last Thanksgiving, my phone rang. It was Mom. Dad had finally decided to sell the shop, and he wanted me to look over the buyer's contract. I flew back the very next morning. When I walked into the old living room, Dad stood up. He looked older, fragile. He pulled me into a tight hug and whispered, "I built engines, son, but you build skylines. I am so sorry I tried to clip your wings." The tradition died with me, and for the first time in my life, I was free.